very, very soon. But first, as we head into the new year, making all sorts of resolutions, there is one which should be top of the list for every woman watching, and that is to stay on top of your breast checks. Our next guest is here to talk through a new free breast check kit, which is an absolute game changer. Please welcome Ellen Dan from PA Research. Good to see you, Ellen.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about this groundbreaking research that the foundation has funded.
Yeah, so you may not have heard of the foundation, but you will have heard of one of the really successful projects we funded, which was Professor Ian Fraser and his Gardasil vaccine.
Yeah.
So that led to becoming the world's first cancer vaccine, and also has saved billions of women worldwide from their risk of cervical cancer through HPV. So the PA Research Foundation, we fund a whole range of medical research projects up on the PA campus where we're based, including breast cancer projects. So one that we've worked on and supported for the past few years has been looking at a new kind of combination therapy to combat the aggressive forms of breast cancer. And we've also been looking at a project that looks at mammographic density, so better ways to measure it, which could lead to better kind of diagnostic outcomes and also even better breast cancer treatment options.
Now, you've also developed a kit specifically for breast cancer. Tell us about that.
So we worked with several young women. One is also Gemma. She's featured in the guide, and a lot of women we found kind of weren't really checking very regularly, and they weren't kind of knowing what they were supposed to be looking for. And so that's why we came up with our free breast check kit. It comes with a great instruction manual that tells you what to look for. It also tells you kind of how to do a check, and there's a handy decal sticker to put in your bathroom. It can be on your shower or on your mirror. We hope that every bathroom in Australia can have one day. That would be great.
How often should we be doing it? And because I find mine, TMI, sorry guys, but mine are a bit lumpy sometimes. And is that normal? And do you have to kind of get to know your own breast when it comes to doing regular checks?
Oh, definitely. And that's the big part of doing a regular check, so you can get to know your normal, because I am the same. And so it's just, getting to know what your normal is, and that way you can be aware if there are any changes. That's why we also recommend checking once a month, which is why that's kind of a handy reminder to do that as well. Be aware of your normal, and that way if there is a change, you can seek medical advice.
Great. What are some of the biggest misconceptions about breast cancer?
I think it's the finding the lump. That's what it is, because Gemma, who I mentioned before, actually had an itchy nipple. She then sought medical advice, and she didn't think it would be breast cancer, but unfortunately it was.
So not necessarily a lump, you're looking for a change.
Yes. Yeah. Any change, you just seek help from your doctor. It might be nothing, but in case it is something.
Just get it checked. Exactly. And the research has come so far in such a short amount of time, hasn't it?
Oh, 100%. It's been great. Thanks to better treatment options and diagnostic methods, we've actually jumped from 74% in the mid to late 80s to 91% in recent years in terms of survival outcomes, which is fantastic. But there's definitely always more to be done, especially when it comes to, again, aggressive forms of breast cancer, and the better outcomes for those that have a high risk of familial breast cancer. And that's why, as well, we came up with our free breast check kit. Early detection is so important. The 3 women that we feature in our ad know all too well how important early detection is. So this will help you get to know what your normal is, remind you to check, and will also help you be kind of proactive in seeking help if something doesn't feel right.
Yep, you've got to stay on top of it. Text the number 0427 831 112 to receive your free breast check kit. Keep it in the bathroom and stay on top of it, ladies. Ellen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it's